everybody, and welcome to the newest indoor adventure in SCP, the Serpent's Plan, Part 5 of our Pulp Cthulhu adventure. Today is June 9th, 2022, also known as 6922. Nice, and you are loved, and that is a very important thing that we like to remind each and every single one of our viewers and listeners at the beginning of each and every single one of these games. If this is your first time joining us, you can go to youtube.com/indooradventures to check up on all of the VODs of each of the games that we have played up until this point, or you can go towards anywhere audio casts are being made available for free. You can find us there under the same moniker. And speaking of things that are being made available for free, if you go to patreon.com/indooradventures, you can check up on our after show called Nights in the Courtyard, where we answer questions not only from each other, but also from the community. So if you have any questions for myself or any of these other fine folk, feel free to join us. We have all of the answers to those questions at our Patreon, in which case, hey, guess what? Patreon, it's free to join. You just gotta go there. Where can you ask us those questions? The Twitch chat's fine, but if you join us on our Discord, the link can also be found on the Twitch chat to the side or in the description of this video or audio cast down below. We will do our best to respond to those questions a lot quicker, a lot more reliably, so please join us on Discord. It's a great time, and we'd love to have you there. But let's say that you already support us on Twitch. Let's say you already support us on Twitter and Patreon and all of those other wonderful places, and you're trying to think to yourself, where can I go to help support this fantastic show even more? Guess what, buddy? I got your back, quite literally, in fact, because if you go to indooradventure.redbubble.com, we got t-shirts, we got posters, we got mugs, we got crop tops, throw pillows, shower curtains, aprons, clocks, stickers, journals, notebooks, all sorts of stuff, including face masks with the symbol of Tiamat upon them. That's right, we got Tia masks designed by our very own Cyberwolf1201, where all the proceeds of all of our merch is currently going to help support Doctors Without Borders. So if you would like to help continue to support a good cause, you can again go to indooradventure.redbubble.com. But that is it for my opening spiel. So hey PB, who you playing today?
Hi, I'm playing Maggie, who is a mechanic that is excited to go see a cat, but also not that excited to die. So like 50-50 on how she's feeling. She uses she, her pronouns, and I use she, they, and I'm excited to be here.
Excellent. And I'm the Indoor Adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Bucky Howard. We're the sidekick chauffeur, and also very excited to be here. I heard there's a cat, so, you know, that's pretty killer. GB.
Greybeard of Greybeard's Tavern. Tonight I'll be playing Klifton Kai. He's the mystic yogi. Woo, almost said guru. And he uses he, him. And so do I.
Hey everybody, I'm Wings, she, her, also known as Danae. I'm going to be playing as Revna, who is a two-fisted tribe member, also she, her.
And I am Mediaflare, they, them. I am going to be your keeper or game master or what have you of the evening. And I'm going to hand the camera over to the reporter to let you get a recap of last session before we get going. Shazam. What episode are we on again?
5.
Anomaly report number 5 of SCP-6965. As of 24 hours before this report, SCP-6965 instances 1 through 4 were sent to Site 11. After getting adjusted and touring the facility, they spent a week there training and preparing in case of being called in to their new task force designated Mu-2 Country Roads. After the first week, an assignment came in from 05- and in a request to investigate a possible anomalous feline reported after a breakout or break-in of a zoo in the city of Nobbinway, Michigan. The party requisitioned a single Humvee as well as a handful of supplies, and set off in order to investigate and hopefully retrieve the anomaly. What follows is a mission log detailing what happened during Incident 1 of SCP-6965's first missions as Task Force Mewtwo Country Roads. So, it's been just a few minutes, and as a recap of last week, you just got out of the hangar. Zoom, please throttle me a little less today. You got out of the hangar, you got to see sky and breathe fresh air for the first time in a long time, varying amounts of long time. It's about a 4-hour drive from here to Nobbenway. Is there anything anyone would like to do besides driving?
All I've wanted to do is drive this whole time. Bucky is like, if the windows can be rolled down to like let some fresh air in, he's definitely about that right now.
Let me double check. Did you just get a regular Humvee, or did you acquire like armored vehicle in any way?
I think we got a regular one.
Okay, so those actually do have windows that change position. So it's like this little pull plug stopper, like on a spring, that you can pull and slide the window down manually. It only ever lowers about 4 inches, though, so you can get a breeze, but you can't fully stick an adult masculine hand through.
Close enough. Yeah, so Bucky has lowered the windows for everybody, so that way we can all get some fresh air. And if this thing has a radio or anything else, he is just like constantly hitting seek, trying to find music that he recognizes, to no avail.
Everything seems a bit off and different here. Are there any artists that you recognize, or any genres that at least like match yours?
There's one song that is shared between the two, and that's Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf. It's playing, like, as soon as he finds it, he's like, yes! And I feel like he's, like, crying. Like, it's, like, finally something I know. And, like, puts it on.
Happy to find that rock at least exists in this world. Unfortunately, that does mean cultural appropriation exists, which is a downer, but
yeah.
it is what it is. You do notice another major
though.
difference between your universe and this one is this universe has a horrible add to song ratio. Like, once you finally found that station, it finishes the first song, and then there's a good 20 minutes of them talking about how you should be going to some place called Summit Place Kia, and like random skits about erectile dysfunction and random things. There's like 3 loops of them talking about the same talk show in the morning. It's annoying.
Oh, yeah, again, like, he's just, like, as soon as that happens, he's hitting seek. I feel like in, like, where Bucky comes from is effectively, like, what if all radio was satellite radio, where it's, like, minimal ads, mostly music, and then he's here and he's just like, why? Why, God? Like, this is the point where his sanity is called into question, is just the radio. It's realizing that FM and AM are both terrible.
Okay. Also, while we are driving, give me a drive check. Go ahead and roll a bonus die, because you're not in any sort of immediate danger, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay.
Before popped tire.
Oh, that is I'm looking great. I actually got what is it? The 5th? The massive success.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think that's called extreme.
Yeah, the
success.
The extreme success, yes.
That means you succeed with additional things. So while you're driving, you look at the paper map that's in the vehicle of the state and find that, like, taking a couple of back roads around strange highway like twists can save you a little bit of time. And this 4-hour trip's probably going to take just 3, which is nice. It saves on gas because Humvees eat that shit.
Oh, yeah. No, but it's okay, because this game took place in, like, 2012, where gas was way cheaper. It's fine.
It is not $5 a gallon yet.
This is my escapism!
Go ahead and mark that skill.
Hell yeah.
So sitting in the passenger seats,
Yeah, I was gonna-
Revna and Klifton, and Maggie, if you're up for it yet. What do y'all do to spend the next 3 hours of time?
Well, that was my first question. Did you guys reverse shotgun me into the passenger seat with Bucky so you guys could sit in back? Or okay, all right. I kind of
Obviously.
figured. I kind
Would
of
either one of us trap ourselves in the hot seat?
The
Okay,
only thing-
but how tall is Revna compared to how tall is Klifton? Because leg room,
I
you
think
gotta
Clifton's
consider
the
leg room.
shortest.
I don't know. Revna seems to be someone with high willpower, though.
Right, right.
True.
She'll just leg press the seat forward.
I would, 100% in the
Alright.
back.
In
Okay.
reality, Maggie is probably taller than Revna is, but Revna has a lot of presence, and she's
Yeah.
wider.
Sturdy.
And so, but yes, you put the small guy in the shotgun seat, and so I've got plenty of room, and whatnot. Okay.
What's
Man.
Maggie's size score?
Revna.
Oh!
Oh my god, Danae, you can't just ask somebody that.
It's not that kind of show.
90.
90?
Oh wow,
Yeah,
you are tall.
90.
Yeah, Maggie
You are
is tall
tall.
as hell.
Yeah.
Revna's only 60 as far as size score goes. Incredible. Your
Right.
bonus die must be
I am-
ridiculous.
Half of Maggie's size.
So Maggie the Amazon will probably have to be in the rear right seat so that you can at least have some leg space. The seats can adjust, but we're talking inches again. Everything is inconvenient in a Humvee, honestly. So that's great.
You ever have a cat that doesn't like being in a car? Any sort of animal that doesn't like being in a car?
Mine
Yes.
likes to sit on my shoulder and sing to people out the window, so
That's, well, I mean, maybe not the sitting on shoulders and singing part, but that's Revna. Revna does not like being in a car. Cars go
holy
much
shit,
faster.
this is like your first time in a car.
Yep.
Mm.
Cars go much faster than forklifts.
And as it would happen, Bucky's your driver.
Yeah, no, she's pretty much either she's white knuckled in the back seat, just really stiff, and she doesn't like the sound of the air coming in through the windows, that's way too fucking loud. She's stressed out the entire time, and I
Give
want
me
to
a
see the
sanity check.
Oh,
while this is
boy.
happening. I mean, this
shit.
is beyond
No.
advanced technology to
She's
you.
got like 12 sanity. We're fucked.
This is when she goes
Just starts kicking in the
driver
driver's seat. Let me out, let me out, let me out!
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, let's see how this goes.
Wow, we're not actually gonna make it to the site.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled a 44. My sanity is at 15. I'm gonna spend some luck because I can do that because I'm resilient.
Go, push.
I gotta do some math.
Well, they have an additional talent called Resilient that makes Lux cheaper for this specific test.
But you could
Yeah.
push.
They
But
could
then
push.
Not
I
But
could
they've got like a
push.
20% or something like that sanity, right?
Yeah, 15 actually.
Oh my god.
Overall it's gonna be cheaper just to. And honestly, I'm a luck generator.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm built for this. Don't worry about it. It's fine. You will only perish when I deem it appropriate. So I'm gonna spend 29 luck to get to a point where I don't kill everyone in the car.
Alrighty. So you do manage to keep your composure while being absolutely baffled by the speed and agility of this iron chariot.
It's not fun. She's not enjoying herself at all. And I want to say the first time we get a chance to go to a rest stop, she just wanders off into the woods.
Oh god, is she coming back?
Get out of here, Pamperdale.
On the exact opposite side of the spectrum, Maggie is asleep. She is in the most awkward looking, just position like one leg up, one leg like on the ground, stretched out as far as she can, like leaning back in between like the chair and the door, and just absolutely sprawled out as much as one can be in the backseat of a Humvee, and just absolutely knocked out the entire time.
Like,
Nice. Get a short rest in.
At least 1 foot stuck up into the front, like
Yeah.
you know, like out, you know.
Just Maggie leg sticking
Uh-huh.
into the front.
Yeah, right over the armrest in between.
So Bucky and Klifton, unless Clifton's going to get absorbed into any research or anything, what would the two of you be like chatting about for this long drive?
Oh, jeez. I mean, of course, Bucky's going to try to engage, and so Klifton will go into spiritual advisor mode and just kind of keep walking him through new, you know, hopeful aspirations of finding Claire in this new reality. That
Oh
kind
yeah, no, the entire time Bucky, like while they're driving, is just like, did I ever tell you about Claire? Like she's like super pretty. Like we go way back, like giving like his whole story that Klifton has heard at least 3 times.
Unsolicited backstory.
Yeah.
Yep. And yeah, so yeah, I will just kind of try to be like an emotional counselor and push him forward into, you know, maybe the possibilities of, you know, things might be different between you and Claire now. Yeah, so basically I'll try to
Psychology, are you thinking?
Yeah. Psychoanalysis, right?
Psychoanalysis, reading people. Psychology would be like explaining shit to people.
Oh,
You
I'm
can also
good
do
at-
persuade if you want.
All right, I'm really good at the reading, and I am base suckage at the counseling, I guess.
Well, you were a council apprentice previously.
Right. I guess I will go with the persuade. Hold on. Is persuade actually a thing?
Yep, persuade is just like three above psychology.
Okay. Yes, I will begin to try to persuade him to the situation that things may be different with Claire. Oh, dang. Okay, I got half of the extreme, so
Wow,
I got
hell yeah.
06.
So, you provide like an amazing inspirational speech and words of recommendation, to the point that Bucky, you're like put in a very like good mood. Just keep in mind that you've got a bonus die for like your next sanity check,
Okay.
because you've been uplifted today by Klifton. They've got you in high spirits. You know, things are going to work out. You know, maybe Claire or some Claire variant is likely here, or people like Claire. That'd be cool.
Like it was like she was always saying, you know, like I really need to just like cut myself off from like my family's fortunes and everything, and like really like try and, you know, like make a name for myself, and maybe like this new reality, like maybe I could be like a singer-songwriter or something. Like there's so much like awesome music that y'all just like you don't even know about. And like I could do that. Like Klifton, do you know how to play guitar? Maybe like you could like tutor me or something, or like I could do like tambourine, or like one of those like octagon things that you like run your like a little like metal guy through.
Okay, yes. Ceramic Tiger, maybe, or
That would be the best name ever, Klifton. Oh my God, you're a genius.
I try, Bucky. I try. I'm glad that we could have this chat again.
They call me the Ceramic Tiger. That's what I'll tell Claire when like we meet up, so that way she knows like I'm different now. Like I'm a new man. You know, like I survived the IKEA.
You did, as did she. So make sure to express that in her, you know, in admiration of her success.
Oh no, like she's like so strong and smart and thoughtful and like just like She's the best.
Yes. Well, that's probably why you're together.
Thanks, Klifton. I always feel better talking to you.
Aw.
I'm very glad to hear that.
You're my best friend.
That's great.
Okay, acknowledged.
That's great. For you, I'm very glad, Bucky. We eyes on the road, and yes, let's continue on. You are quite the proficient driver.
Like I said, this is kind of my thing.
All right.
I feel so comfortable and relaxed with you. I think I'm going to take a few to meditate on your positivity and just take some quiet time to myself.
You got it, bestie.
Okay. Yeah,
All right. So we are going to switch into investigator mode now as we near the site. Basically, that.
Before we get there, at a rest stop, can I look for some herbs?
Yes. What particular skill would you like to use to search? Let's see here. We've got
Something akin to survival? Here, hold on.
right. Is there straight up? There is a survival skill. It has a blank for specifying, but just above swim. You can also use natural world to identify foliage or biology if you are a nerd.
Natural world sounds more applicable in this situation to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking for herbs. Yeah.
My name's Herb.
That is a failure, but I kind of want to push it. When you push, you don't spend any luck, do you?
You just re-roll.
You just re-roll, but like there's more negative possibilities. It's a 50-50.
Basically, yeah.
Like I'm probably gonna get it.
Yeah, poison ivy's not that bad.
True. Fuck. It's fine. This is fine. I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I said that I was gonna get it, as it turns out, I'm gonna fail very badly.
All right. Well, pushing comes with consequences. So,
Sure does.
yeah, as Revna is looking for herbs, they learn of a new herb that they have never seen in their world. This strange, three-leafed, jagged weed that in our universe we call poison ivy. Revna, you are like covered in this on your hands and your ankles. Your hands now are just fucking itchy and swollen. Your ankles are a little thick now. I'm gonna say you're gonna have a penalty die for like dexterous or athletic based things.
Oof. Okay.
It doesn't do any physical damage to you, but it fucking sucks.
It does.
And as you walk back to the vehicle now to the rest of everyone with fucking super puffy, like I just stuck my hand in a fire ant hill hands.
This is a rest stop? Is it like one of those rest stops that have the vending machines and stuff?
Yep. You're driving along like the main highway. I think it's like 117 right there. And so the Department of Transportation has rest stops every once in a while with snacks and bathrooms.
Now, do they have the little one where there would be calamine and, you know, they've got like little bug bite things and, you know, they've got the little pharmaceutical little stuff like aspirin and that kind of, is that there?
This would call for a luck check as Klifton looks around to see if there is a little like aid vendor machine.
So that's under half. So whatever under half is a...
luckily, luck is just a pass-fail system.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah.
But yes,
so...
you do happen to find the thing you're looking for. There's a little vending machine. It is cash, though. So if you want to maybe like ask someone else at the gas station, try and convince them to give you some change, or like look around for quarter on the ground. It's not expensive, at least.
I will go into interrent or indigent monk mode kind of thing, where I will beg for a simple bit of cash.
Alms for the poor.
Yeah, kind of thing. Like, just start asking people if they. My friend had accidentally found poison ivy for the first time in her life. Anyone might have a couple of quarters. This machine doesn't seem to take cards.
All right, do another persuade. This time, bonus die because your friend is a great visual aid that you are in need of aid.
Okay, and so that's just like advantage.
Yep, you'll roll the tens place twice and do the better of the two.
All right. Oh, thank goodness. And persuade is 63. I rolled a 63 and a 90 on the other dice.
Oh gosh.
So the bonus dice saved us there.
But yes, you do find like a pair of people who are like, oh my god, that sucks. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, here, I got a couple of dollars, and there you go, and you've got the money you need to get some balm for that.
Ever so kind of you. Thank you.
For sure, man.
So we get some like calamine chapstick or whatever that itch off stick is. Revna, first aid. This will help some.
She'll reach out, take it from you, smell it, and then just
Okay.
sort of nod, apply it to herself.
All right. You won't be bothered by it. You'll still have the penalty, but at least like now, like it is not on your mind anymore as the like hydrocortisone cools down the itch.
God,
But-
like being stuck in a car for the first time and also deal with itching poison ivy. The
I'd say
worst.
of the party, Revna is having the worst day so far.
So far. Give her something to fight. Maybe it might improve.
Yeah,
see.
we'll see. So an hour out, I'm going to let the reins go a little bit in a sense where I'm not going to pull you anymore from spot to spot. I may do like audio and visual cues, but now you're going to tell me what you are doing and what you would like to try to do. You have your access list of skills, you have your inventory. I'll give you a mission recap and like a general layout to help you. So your mission, as per the docket, was there was a breakout of the zoo, allegedly, some bent bars, while also within the same general time frame, a little bit further into the city of Nabenway, there were signs of a stray cat and also visible signs of like animal attacks. The one image of the cat in question that you all got was this kind of like just reaching adulthood cat. So like still kitten face, but like adult cat sized. House cat. It's got like Garfield gray and black stripes. And allegedly there was a team of local plants that went to investigate immediately, like after the jail incident or the zoo incident and the animal, and has since reported being attacked and also like need assistance. Thus, you are being called into it. Map wise, the zoo is closer to you when you are like on your way in than the city itself. And about halfway in between the zoo and the city's like center is an apartment complex where the attacks were reported. Your job is to locate, secure, and exfiltrate the operatives that are there, as well as locate, identify, preferably contain, if needed, neutralize the possible anomaly that the task force is after. So as a team driving on the highway, where we would like to go?
Should we make contact with the other team first? gather their information, and then
Yeah, Bucky, like, because we know roughly where the other team was, I feel like it would make more sense to like start driving at least in that general direction. Like, even if we're calling and conversing with the other team, we still want to be on the way. Bucky would think that the zoo is the best place to start, because that's where all of this is originating from, and he's good with animals, so his thought is maybe zoo.
but we've lost contact with the other team, right?
Not you specifically, but the site 11 did not receive a callback after the first like attack report.
All right, Bucky, if you think zoo, let's start there.
Yeah, that's again his first thought anyway, is zoo. So yeah, he will try and get us to the zoo if possible.
Okay. Unless anybody stops you, there's nothing stopping you from getting there. Let me just look at the name of the zoo again.
As soon as I see, as Maggie gets that feeling like you do whenever you turn into like your neighborhood and you're like, oh, I'm awake now. How did I know I'm here? I get that sort of vibe when we start seeing like zoo on the signs on the freeway. And as soon as she sees that we're heading to the zoo, Maggie will be like, let's find a place outside of the zoo to try and like set up fort or like our place to go back. Or if we get separated, we know where to go.
Rendezvous.
Yeah, rendezvous. Yeah, that one. Oh, you're doing good in your. Did the little lady teach you that one?
No.
No? Okay.
English is just a bullshit language that steals from other languages.
I mean, how many of those do you know, though?
Very little.
I
have started watching sitcoms.
Oh no.
Yeah, Bucky is like, oh yeah, no, like he's super about it.
I have learned a lot of slang.
Oh, like
Pivot. You did the thing where like you just disappear into the dimension of regret, turn away, and then the blurriness just like takes you.
Revna is. You are acting more of like a Ross than a Rachel right now.
Exactly.
So, Bucky, the driver, are you going straight to the zoo, or are you going to find somewhere outside of the zoo to park first?
I'll find somewhere outside of the zoo to park. For example, like in my local area, there's signage like, "Hey, the zoo's coming up." But then there's like an Amtrak station that's just outside of the zoo. At least like where my local zoo is in real life. So like I feel like that would be one of those like Bucky would like pull up to the said Amtrak station outside of like not at the zoo yet, but like you could get to the zoo in like a couple minutes from there.
All right. According to the field report, at 13:04, the vehicle came to a stop at a gas station outside of the Garland Zoo in Nobbin Way, Michigan. Okay. So, you pull up to this gas station. There's a couple of people. It's about 1 p.m. There's cars going in and out, getting gas. This is a normal, semi-populated Upper Peninsula place, so it feels like the city's probably like a 2 to 10,000 population kind of area. And we are now parked outside, like a mile and a half outside of the zoo.
So, Maggie, you're thinking that we should set up a
Establish, yeah, a point of reference, rendezvous, like Revna said, somewhere where if we get in there and shit gets spicy, we can all know to come back to this spot.
Bucky will take out the map that they have and like lay it down in the mid, like between the two front seats and like into the backs so the four of them can all see. And just like, okay, so if we're here and the zoo is up there, do we want our point of return to be this far away or do we want it closer? 'Cause miles a lot. Like, I don't know about you guys. I can't really run that, and like I didn't get the presidential test on that one.
I have learned of something called a treadmill. You should visit it.
I've tried, it's really not for me. Anyways.
I will try to contact the other team whilst you work out those details. This is Klifton's chance to skip out on some buckiness. So he's gonna try to use he's gonna try to use the satellite phone to contact the other team.
Okay. Give me an electronics check.
Oh yeah, I'm probably amazing at that. Let's
Beep boop bop.
uh-huh. Ooh. All right. 1%.
Oh no.
Only because that's what they give you. Yeah, 46.
Okay. Turns out Klifton does not have much training on military radios. And this is impossible to figure out, just kind of falcon around with it.
I still give myself a moment to collect my thoughts and attempt to understand this thing. So,
Okay.
I will, as we're looking at the map, is there like a place, like not a mile away, but somewhere in between, like maybe, I don't know, like is it a map of the area, or do we have like a cool like map also of like the zoo telling us where to go?
You don't have a map of the zoo itself, but you do have a map of like Michigan's roadworks. No one grabbed like a computer or smart device, did they? I don't remember seeing that on the list. So yeah, you don't have like Google Maps or anything.
I have a dumb request. Can I make a luck roll to have picked up a pamphlet of the zoo with a map of the zoo on it?
Oh,
Okay, you did hit a previous rest stop. Yep, go for a luck roll.
Yeah. Oh no, you can't. Oh, it's fine. I was off by 2.
Dang.
Carry on.
Oh, so close.
No, you definitely thought about it, but you didn't.
Yeah, if I hadn't spent all that luck not going insane, I would have made it. Fine.
I'm gonna look for like a corner, like a corner close to the zoo where I would assume like a corner store or something would be, and just consider and be like, what are we thinking about this? I think here probably like, I don't know, a corner store or some like somebody trying to take advantage of tourists.
Yeah, Bucky agrees. He thinks that's a good idea.
It's like, and I guess once we find, man, I wish we had a zoo pamphlet. I guess once we get inside, let's try and find one of those like maps that shows you where you're at.
Do you think they'll have like the keys that are in the shape of a monkey and you can stick the monkey tail in and it'll tell you all about the animals?
I don't know. It seems like a pretty small. Is it a small zoo?
It is actually a decent-sized zoo. This is one of those John Ball-sized zoos with like free roam areas for the animals. So there's a like huge walking path you can take to see all of the environments they're allowed to be in.
Somebody's getting creative in zoo.
It's one of those
here.
less depressing zoos.
Yeah. Maybe they might. Although I'm gonna go ahead and just nix that idea right now. We are in pursuit of
Right.
what appears to be a dangerous animal. So maybe like no making extra noise unless we, are trying to distract an animal. But like for now, maybe let's just like keep that idea on the inside.
What
and
would a
not on the
ceramic
outside.
tiger do? You're right.
Yeah, absolutely. So keep an eye out on that map, and if we can find 4 of them, just to have one for each of us, so we can find a place to rendezvous inside. That'll be great. And I start like going through like my bag of just like random shit, to just comfort myself and also make myself look busy to Bucky, to disengage from this conversation.
Which means the only person who's not disengaged yet is Revna.
Bold of you to assume she was engaged at any point.
That's also very fair.
Go ahead, Bucky. Try.
No, he'll just turn on the Humvee and he'll go to the corner store.
Okay.
Klifton
learned.
gets back in the vehicle before.
Yeah.
It
All
was at
hands
that
on
point
deck.
that the vehicle then proceeded to a small souvenir shop outside of the zoo proper at 1307. Upon which they exited the vehicle and begun heading towards the zoo. So we are at a little corner store just outside of the zoo. We'll say like it's a souvenir shop, one of those like, we don't technically work for the zoo, but we're going to try and sell you zoo-themed things. Okay, you're outside of the zoo now.
Okay. So, first off, pamphlets. Would they have pamphlets at the gas station that's like right adjacent to it? Or like a little like
Likely.
the zoo through the years, like if there was like a coffee table book kind of thing.
Do a luck check for me. Since you're very close to the zoo, go ahead and roll with a bonus die.
Okay. Shouldn't need it because I did get a success, and I don't think that
Okay,
there's there's no like greater success or anything like that with luck
There are
rolls.
criticals,
Oh.
but that typically requires you to also have a 0 already in the ones place
Nope.
and roll for 100.
Nope.
But yeah, no. At this corner store, there are pamphlets for the zoo. They're those kind of like vague doodle style maps, where it does give the general layout and where everything is. But yeah, you got a map of the zoo now.
Yeah, and Bucky will come back and like hand everyone one of these pamphlets. He had to use the restroom at the gas station while they were there, so might as well.
Classic Bucky.
Maggie, do you know anything about this device? And he hands the satellite phone over the seat. I didn't. It's not like my iPhone.
iPhone. Oh, right. You guys call it something weird. I can definitely try. What's the roll on this thing?
Electronics.
Electronic. Oh, better chance than the 1. Yeah, I can try and figure it out. Let's see. I rolled a 21. I thought I rolled a 27 and I was gonna be so sad.
Uh-huh. Is that a success then?
Yeah, that's a success. I have a 21.
Nice.
Oh.
But I failed it.
Solid.
I was all
So-
like 21, such a funny number.
I had a 21. I thought it was a 27 and I was like, no! There was 21. Go for it.
So, yes. So you managed to find like a menu to search through to kind of figure out like the settings for the phone, and eventually do find a list of pre-programmed contacts. There seems to be like a like representative of all of the different cities in the state on the phone. as well as a couple of task force numbers for Bring Out Your Dead, as well as a Pi 20, which is the other mobile task force that operates in the area.
And I'll, Maggie will sit there for a while tinkering with it. And once she finally figures out how the menu works, does the thing where she accidentally goes backwards instead of forwards for a while, and it just gets a little bit frustrating. You just see her getting a little bit more upset as she keeps pressing the wrong button to go forward. And eventually she finds the taskbar, and she's like, got it. Fucking finally. Okay. I'm gonna pass this back to you. You're a better people person than I am.
Okay.
Silver tongue man, here you go. And I'll be like, all you gotta do is press and that's how you do it.
Well, that's amazing. Thank you. And so Pi 21 the people that are missing, or
Pi 20 is a mobile task force. It is not the team that's missing. It's just another one in the state, besides y'all. But Knob and Way's what's it called? It's just a task force team, non-mobile.
Got it.
So you can scroll down through cities and see Knob and Way, and there's a home office number kind of thing.
Perfect.
Knob and Way dispatch.
Yes. This is Moo to Country Roads, and we are on location currently, and
Understood.
trying to make contact with anyone / extract survivors.
Okay. Well, I can provide you any assistance that I can. Are you here for the incident in the city, the zoo? Is that a connected thing?
Correct. Yes.
Would you like me to direct you to the injured persons requesting evac first, or would you like me to send you somewhere else?
That sounds fantastic. Injured individuals, yes.
Understood. I'm going to be sending an address to the phone for you. It will direct you towards the apartment complex we last heard of them. As far as I was updated, Hemingway is already deceased. We are handling that. Wright and Noble are active, last we heard on the radio, but Wright was injured.
And sorry, my dyslexic brain can't write fast enough. Wright and who was the other? Noble?
Wright, Noble, and Hemingway.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got
Hemingway is already expired.
Okay.
As far as we are aware, they had spotted the cat that was reported in the apartment complex on the address that I'm going to send you. Not entirely sure if they are still there. That was 6 hours ago now.
Oh, goodness. We'd better get on our way. But thank you very much.
Roger. Click.
All right. Yes, to this address, Bucky. That if
You look at the address on the phone. It's about 8 miles west of the zoo. There is a residential area that has a large apartment complex that the address directs to.
All right, let's roll. Or no, we're at the zoo. Do we want to drop some people off at the zoo, and then the rest of us go and check that out?
PB, that's
Just like stone cold. Don't you fucking do this? No.
Hey, I know we're in a horror game, but would you like to split the party for a minute?
Just like for a quick second, we'll only be 8 miles away from each other. What's the worst that could happen?
Barely can understand how to use this phone.
Let's split up and look for clues.
Though,
And
as a
you guys
reminder,
take
you
all the
did
weapons.
grab radio headsets for
Yep.
local communication with each other.
Yeah. Hey, you guys take all the weapons, and we'll just go in the car.
Yeah, I think, like, since Klifton has stated, like, yes, we want to get to these people, and, like, we have size enough in our Humvee, Bucky's just he's gonna start going to wherever Klifton tells him to.
Okay.
Right.
After establishing a fallback point at the zoo, the team Mewtwo made contact with the local dispatch of Nobbenway. They received the location of the SOS sent approximately 6 hours prior of the missing task force operatives. The update was there were 3 operatives, 1 dead, 1 injured. It is now 13:13. So a few minutes pass, y'all, within reasonable speeds to not draw police attention, get to this apartment complex. You pull up outside. It's a normal, like, brick, 5-story, like, several houses long, and it's an L-shaped building. When you pull up, there is a person sitting on the stoop outside of the east entrance. There are 2 entrances on the long ends of the L. The person sitting on the stoop has a lab coat on, but it looks like some sort of pharmacy store brand logo on it. And they are rubbing a small green object in their hand and kind of like rocking back and forth. And there is blood dripping all the way down their face. Other than that, the apartment complex seems relatively quiet. It is early afternoon. It's likely that a lot of people a lot of like the 9-to-5ers and the school folk are out of the apartment. So there are some movement in windows, but it's mostly like the quiet hours.
Before we approach, I'm going to, as soon as we see like this like disheveled person, I'm gonna say, I don't know if this is just like my time in IKEA speaking, but like, let's be careful as we approach these new people, because maybe it might just not be right. We just gotta be careful. I don't want any weird golem people popping out all of a sudden.
Gollum people?
Yeah, from the IKEA, right? The gray people?
Yeah. Why would they? Okay.
I mean, I don't fucking know. I've never been to this Earth. Have you been to this Earth?
No, but I mean...
Well, how do you know there's not going to be golem people that just pop out? There's apparently a fucking cat out here just killing people. Oh.
How do we not know that there's gargoyles?
That's what I'm saying. We just gotta be careful. I don't want to be caught off guard.
Revna's going to look for any sort of danger in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden.
I can do that.
And then go ahead and give me a listen too, since you're kind of just surveying.
I use the same roll for both of those.
Nope, they are separate skills.
All right. Spot hidden is failure,
Okay.
not by a lot. And listen is really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
So it is a success. It is a super success.
So half or extreme?
Half.
Half? Okay. So although you do not see anything that seems to like trigger your natural and trained threat assessors, you do hear the sounds of glass shattering somewhere inside the building, and like a final gushy yelp of some sort of creature being ended, I suppose.
Interesting.
As a warrior, you would know those sounds.
All right. She's going to grip a hatchet and open the door.
You're just gonna head up to the apartment complex. It's just you and the hatchet.
She'll open the door and then stand there for a moment to get her crew a little bit more informed. She says, "There's something inside the building."
When you say door, are you talking about the car door or something?
Car door.
Or... Okay, I'm like confused. All right.
I imagined we were all still in the car.
Yeah.
There's something in there. And
Okay.
Bucky's
so we open
response.
the car door in turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say there's something in there. Bucky's response is, yeah, it's a place where people live.
No, there is death in there.
Net gun, shotgun shells with nets, shotguns. They, in case. I mean, let's not kill. We've got the nets.
She'll give Klifton like a withering look, but she'll roll her eyes and put the shotgun with the net on her back.
And Klifton like looks around, and we don't have any IFAKs or trauma kit or med kit. We didn't bring any of that, did we? It's not on that list, I don't think.
Let me look at the inventory again.
I really now I'm like,
Net
we're
guns. Vehicle repair kit. The vehicle's got a med kit. But
tape
although
and rags.
recommended, I did remember that when I was re-listening to our stream. No IFAKs or trauma kits were brought.
All right. Okay.
But Revna, if I remember right, Revna, you grabbed the net shotgun.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Revna's gonna approach the building.
Okay, don't go ahead. Don't go ahead. I can take
Okay.
that back.
Then go ahead. Then you go.
Not that type of go ahead.
Not that time. Go ahead. Not that one.
Well, we see there's the injured guy, right?
Right.
Yeah, there's an
that's-
injured person.
Yeah.
on the front steps.
I feel like Bucky would like approach the injured man, if anything.
Clifton
Be like-
too.
Like, oh my god, are you okay?
Before we, is there anything anyone else is grabbing from the vehicle before you all, like get out and start heading out?
Revna's already in her Kevlar.
Headsets.
Okay, Revna has Kevlar on.
Yeah,
Yeah, the headsets are on.
Yep.
All right. Everyone put on their
Making
headsets. Cool.
Making
Doing
sure
that.
all the windows are rolled up on the Humvee. I know we lowered some of them, but I want to make sure they're all up.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that the doors that we're leaving from are the ones that are unlocked. And I look at Bucky and I say, if shit gets real, this is our rendezvous point. We're getting back into this Humvee. You're putting those keys in that ignition, or not the keys in ignition. That's not how these things work. You're pressing the on button and we're fucking going. All right.
Okay.
This is our rendezvous. I look at everyone. Rendezvous point right here. Shit gets real, run back in here. If we're not in combat, obviously. But like if you know the thing, the whatever. We the same things we did at IKEA, you know? Run straight back. And I will make sure I take out literally any. Oh, the bear spray. I'm making sure to grab the bear spray.
Okay. Maggie has.
I
the
remember
bear
to have that.
spray.
Yeah, I gotta make sure I got that.
Clifton will grab.
Put it on the gloves.
Yeah. Clifton
Oh,
will
okay.
grab one of the sticks with the noose, but he is really like.
It's like a
He
quarterstaff
has-
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. He has no plan on using it on an animal. So
Maybe Bucky, but an animal, probably not.
maybe Bucky.
Okay.
This here's what you call a bait stick. Oh my god.
All right. So now that everyone's kind of like grabbed things they feel necessary, who was approaching the injured person?
I think it was Kai and Bucky.
Okay, so the two of you head up to this person. Again, they're in like some sort of like ABC pharmacy like employee lab coat, and they're just like sitting there, blood on their forehead, and they're like kind of like playing with some sort of like stone or token or something.
Excuse me, what happened?
It was so small, but it was so small. It was so small.
I guess Klifton takes off his shamag and kind of like tries to stop the bleeding because it's a head wound. Not that Klifton knows about medicine, but he's gonna try to,
Okay, do a first aid.
Okay.
This guy was sitting on the front steps, right?
Yeah, they're on like the stoop outside of the apartment complex with like concrete steps that lead into it.
Revna's gonna move past him and stand at the top of the steps watching for danger.
Okay. There's like a little like broken piece of concrete, like cinder block that's holding the door open. And there seems to be like a door with like a locking system. It looks like it was intentionally propped open, at least, so you can see and hear a little bit on the inside. How was that first aid check?
It was bad. So Clifton's like, trying, and then he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then he's gonna push it because he doesn't know any better. And that's a lot worse. 96. Is that a fail? Like a mega fail?
I'd have a double check the crit fail range real quick.
Because it's
Call of
It
Cthulhu,
depends
critical
on
fail.
If you have a master, or if you're like
proficient.
if you have over a certain over a
Yep.
certain threshold.
96 to 100 is a critical fail.
You killed this
So as
Tourniquet his head.
Yep, as you're desperately trying to stop the bleeding on this person, you accidentally like kind of pull instead of push when applying pressure, and you can feel a ripping sensation in the squelch as a little bit of an additional blood squirts out, and the person passes out and falls to the ground, kind of bleeding, and they start to like twitch a little bit as if their body is going into shock.
Yeah.
Night.
Clifton just tries to hold his head off the concrete and probably getting blood everywhere.
Right, so Clifton's doing great. How is anyone else? Does anyone else want to help with that particular situation?
Bucky is like, okay, now that he's not struggling anymore, I'll get his legs, you get his top half, and we can just move him into the back of the Humvee and just like set him there, so that way things won't hurt him. Maybe.
Revna's gonna like glance back at you two, and she's gonna hiss, "What are you doing?"
This guy is
tiger.
As far as we know, this guy isn't part of the team that we're looking for.
No.
Based on like what little like trainee manual stuff you have gotten, there's no identifier that this is one of the operatives. This is just some civilian that was probably on their way home from work.
But Clifton and Bucky have no. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna move him to the vehicle.
At least
What
like
the fuck are you
start.
doing? Don't fucking put the dead person in our car.
He's
What are you
not
fucking
dead.
stupid?
The blood will lead it right to us.
Yeah, don't fucking put it. Lead it against a building or something. Someone will come and help them, I'm sure.
Revna, give me a listen check.
Uh-oh.
Go
Oh,
ahead,
no.
Maggie too. Well, I'd assume you're not helping with the body, so you've got a little bit more space to listen.
The whole group has started fighting. It's the perfect moment to get
Yeah.
blindsided and attacked. That's a 23, which is really fucking good. Yeah, half success.
Okay.
Nice. I just got a regular success.
Nice. All right. So you both hear the sound of wood splintering, perhaps a piece of furniture breaking or a door being bashed down. Revna, you can hear and tell it's coming somewhere from a floor above.
I think that her head snaps to the source of the sound. We only have a little time. she'll quickly scoot down the steps and assess the medical situation of this person.
Okay. Do a medicine check to assess.
Fuck, I'm not as good at medicine as I am at first aid.
Oh, well, this is just the assessment, at least.
I'm gonna spend some luck to push this to a success, because it's only 2 off.
Okay. So you can tell that this person is suffering from some sort of head trauma. It looks like they were either hit with something sharp or scratched with something.
Right.
There's a little bit of bone showing through the skin rip.
That's ugly.
And they are going into shock from blood loss right now.
So they will absolutely need medical attention, yeah?
It is very likely that if y'all like just leaned them up against the building, you would see a dead body later.
Okay. She's going to lean down and try and pull them like a little bit out of the way so that they're not like in the immediate vicinity of like the doorway. And she's going to look at Maggie and say, "Keep an eye out for the creature. It is on the 2nd floor." And she'll go into first aid mode.
All right, first aid mode activate. Some like Danganronpa, like many layers flying over.
But can you spell first aid? Ooh, nice. This close to an extreme success, but it's a half success.
Okay. So with a half success, you manage to stop the bleeding on this person and kind of stabilize them. You manage to keep their heart rate down and at least kind of keep them from like seizing into shock. And eventually their breathing stabilizes. They are unconscious. Likely will suffer some sort of traumatic brain injury because of that, but they are no longer dying at least.
All right. She finishes making sure that they will not perish in the near future. And then she's gonna stand up and look at the rest of her group.
All right.
Where are we in this L-shaped building? Like, are we on the
So
short
you're
end
on
of the L or the big L?
You're on the east side. It would be the longer end of the L. So at the end of the far end, there is a concrete stairs that y'all are at. And you're standing right outside the doorway at the top of the steps, and they are like off to the side.
Okay. And where Revna heard it was like in one of the rooms on the 2nd floor. I'm assuming there's windows all along the...
Oh yeah, there's a window in every apartment room.
As Revna tells me they're on the 2nd floor, I'm gonna scan the 2nd floor windows to see if I see any movement or anything abnormal.
Okay, spot hidden.
Hidden. Let me tell you how much I love that these things are in alphabetical order.
Yeah,
Right.
that helps.
Half success.
Half success. Okay, so you survey the entirety of the 2nd floor, and you're looking in the windows, and you're trying to see. There doesn't seem to be much, but as you are just about to the end in the corner of your eye, you snap back and see that a door, leading from somewhere inside, possibly to the room where the window is, gets opened so fast that it almost slams back in, and then something seems to like hit it again to get past it. So something in the far end is moving in an aggressive manner.
And as long as we've been here, no screaming or anything, right? Just
not as far as
normal
you've heard.
sounds. Yeah.
The occasional breaking glass and wood, semi-unnormal sounds, but beyond that, no screams.
Okay. And so I'm gonna keep my eyes trained on just that room, occasionally glancing to like the ones beside it in case whatever did that has moved on. But for the most part, I'm just trying to see if I can catch a glimpse of literally anything, whether it's like a person or a cat.
Okay, so Maggie is keeping an eye out, locked in on this. Y'all have stabilized the injured person.
So if the guy's stabilized and Maggie has seen this, Maggie, did you let us know that like you've seen the thing?
Yeah. If you weren't like actively helping with the almost dead guy, you'll see me like moving my hand along the wall just to make sure I'm keeping track of which window it is. And then as soon as I see some movement, I look back at it and I'll look over at you guys and I'll be like, I think it's right there. I just saw something weird up there.
Got it. So I think Bucky will like, he'll have like his metal bat that he has as his weapon, and he's like gearing himself up to go inside this building. This is like, we gotta like take care of it, right? That's what we're doing.
Is there anything that I read in the last week or more there that, or what we know of the organization, we're not supposed to be like, oh, call the local cops, you know, like, because Klifton's looking at this guy like he's gonna die.
Well, you would know
911.
right. You would know that your contact that you had spoken to before likely would know which plants in each job field in the city are. There are a lot of SCP members who are not scientists and task force operatives. Billy the mail person, your gynecologist, a couple of cops, maybe the person running the Blockbuster if it still exists. All of these people could be SCP agents just on a 6-month vacation doing baby spy work. So there's likely people who are EMTs and cops that you can get a hold of.
All right, I will then call the local dispatch and you know, call in the 911 situation.
Nobbinway dispatch.
Yes. Move to Country Roads again. We need local medical support. We have civilian with severe head trauma.
What's your current location?
Apartment, building, blah, blah, blah. Give us that address.
Is the location currently secure?
We are attempting to move past the injured person to engage said entity.
Is there a place that you can move the body to keep it secure for the personnel? We can't send any task force operatives, so they would have to be plainclothes.
Yes, we'll put him out by the street. Klifton doesn't know. He's really discombobulated.
Outside the street, can you give me a more precise location?
Yes, by the mailboxes for the apartments.
Understood. All right, I will let the local EMTs know. ETA somewhere in between 20 to 40 minutes.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Roger.
Bye.
All right. So ambulances are called. Okay. Ambulance is called for them. Bucky's got their baseball bat. Maggie's keeping an eye on the building. What is the party's next step?
As I'm keeping watch, I'm like, so what's our play here? Are we going for the cat or are we trying to find people?
I guess we need to make contact and hopefully diffuse the situation.
Okay, that's cute. Revna, what do you believe our we should do here? Cat or look for people first?
It's not picking up. Probably being throttled.
Farting. Hello. This meeting is the most important thing out of anything. All right, sorry. Hello, that's me. The most important thing for us to do now would be to remove any threats. If we find victims on the way, we will deal with it.
Okay. Because I got a 7x5 cage back there, and that's where we're trapping this thing. So if we're trapping, we got to lug this thing somewhere.
Revna will nod. How heavy is this cage?
Which cage? The TNR cage?
The big one that I got from.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
the big
one is like a good 300 pounds.
Woof.
It is a bitch. It
That's
can
what
be
I'm
carried
asking.
with two people, but like with one hell of a strain.
Yeah, no, but like once it's full of something, it's going to be even heavier. We should probably keep it in the car.
It's like, that's why I'm asking, because either we're lugging this thing around or we're moving this thing towards us.
Revna nods. This may be resolved without violence. We need to assess the situation first.
Klifton does the. That's what I said, but he doesn't say anything.
Bucky's thinking, like, that's awful similar to what Klifton said. Like,
It's like, all right. Well, then let's make our way in, see what the situation is, I guess. Can't stay out here all day.
Keep your head down and your ears up.
Bucky nods and
right.
just cuddles his bat a little closer.
I'll take, I'm assuming we had like, I saw shotguns plural, so I'm assuming there's one for all of us.
Yeah.
So there's 3 shotguns, is what you're saying.
There's a responsible number of shotguns. Yes, there is only one net cannon though that you had brought, but yes, there are enough net shotguns. There also was the noose on a stick, as well
Which
as I
Klifton
feel like there's
has.
another trap / grabby type thing that was grabbed. The bear mace, yeah, okay. And then you also got bear traps.
Yeah. Since we're just assessing this situation, I'm assuming we'll leave all the traps behind and just go in with things to keep us safe.
All right.
Klifton
All right.
just has the stick with the noose. He's not taking a shotgun.
Okay. But Maggie also grabbed a shotgun now, so there's 2 shotgun nets.
Mm-hmm.
Net gun. All right. So, are we entering back in, or are we entering into the building now?
Yep. Just push if it's a push, pull if it's a pull.
All right. You pull the door open, and there's the metallic squeak of the like little piston thing, and you look down the hallway and see that there are several large, like 3 to 4 claw scratch tears in the carpeting. A couple of like claw marks on the walls and doors. Some doors are bashed down. There are strips of like a couple of like splashes of blood here and there. It seems like there was some sort of attack, and some sort of creature moved in through this place.
If I
when you
put
get
my
through the
hand next to one of the claw marks, is it larger than my hand?
There is a thing for this.
Oh.
Right? Yeah. Roll me anthropology.
Oh. Oh, I was not expecting that. Okay.
You'll likely be
Uh,
able to confirm sizes, but you might be able to learn some more from vague
Ooh.
animal wiki knowledge you might have.
We'll find out.
I watch so much goddamn Animal Planet.
No, I did not pass that one.
Okay, so yeah, besides the fact that you can confirm that these like tear marks are about the width of your fingernails,
Mm-hmm.
not much information beyond that.
So this is I just wanted to confirm it is a big cat.
There
that we're
are
gonna
there are
encounter.
large claw marks. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on with the group.
Bucky sees it and just says, "This guy really hates Tuesdays."
I don't understand that.
It's like,
Is that
you
a
guys don't
reference?
have that comic with like the weird orange cat who like super hates Tuesdays?
No.
Weird.
We have one about a dog?
A version of it. Yes, Bucky.
I have read this. He does not hate Tuesdays. He hates capitalism.
Oh, yes, our dog. Yeah, we have a dog. We got a dog who hates capitalism. We have that cartoon. Got that one.
So while moving through the hallways towards the corner section of the apartment complex, which has a staircase to use, there are emergency fire escapes on the outside of the building, but since we enter the first floor, those are the next set of stairs. Can everybody make me a listen check?
Historically very good at these. I say, talking it up right before the failure. Whoa! Oh, that's all zeros. All zero. Wait.
That's a super success.
Oops, all zeros is a crit.
Oh, holy shit!
On the opposite side of the spectrum, I rolled a 99. So
Crit fail.
And when you push, that means that you re-roll and then take the new number?
Yep.
Okay,
And if
I'm
you
gonna
fail on the reroll, you get consequences.
do that.
Okay.
Woo! That's a half success on a listen. Hell yeah.
Okay. And then Klifton.
Oh, Clifton's just centered. He missed by a little bit. He's just kind of.
Okay.
It is what it is.
So Bucky and Revna hear the sounds of something large and heavy trampling through the floor of the floor of the ceiling, running in the opposite direction. Seems to have sprinted down to the far end of the hallway above you, so technically shot past you above you. Revna, you can tell that this came from some quadrupedal, like pad-footed animal, like a dog or a cat or a bear, starting to lean towards bear due to these sounds and size. And you can tell that it seems to be in perfectly good health.
Okay.
Maggie, on the other hand, when everybody snaps their heads up, you hear the sound of a radio advertisement playing in another room. And can you make me a... What is this? This is under... I guess this is still technically... Make me a sanity check.
okay.
Make a sanity check to withstand ads.
Our sanity checks the same as regular, but I just want to roll under it.
Yep.
Okay. God, I chose the wrong fucking one for this. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I passed that.
Okay, so the ad seems to be very interesting, talking about some sort of musical alternative to calling it quits on the ever-burdening stress known as life. And you feel inclined to go into the room and listen to the ad more, but you kind of like push it back and get the strange sensation that like someone else was trying to convince you it.
fucking weird. Just shake it off and just follow the group, thinking about like that's fucking weird as shit. What the fuck was that? And just follow them aimlessly. Like while they're like hyper aware, I'm just like,
Yeah,
it's
music
somewhere
lights
else
in
for
this
the
world
moment.
are really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Bucky and Revna, since you heard it, are you going to continue towards the corner stairs, or are you going to like go back to the fire escape? Which way would you prefer?
Bucky's gonna go up towards the stairs. But also question, would this be a good time to go to a break?
Almost.
Okay, cool.
So Bucky is taking point and heading towards the stairs. Is the rest of the group following?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I follow Revna. Wherever she goes, I go.
So Revna gets behind their Bucky shield, and you start to ascend the staircase up this 5-story building to the second floor. And the door to the second floor from here is broken open. There are huge claw marks in the wood, and there's splinters everywhere. There is also kind of like a few bite marks on the wood of the door. It looks like the door might not have opened at first and something kind of like chewed it open. And as you peek into the hallway, you hear the of that creature running again. And Bucky, as you poke your head out and look, zooming towards you is about a 7-inch tall, 30-pound chonker of a kitty cat. And it's doing that thing where it's like back feet are moving faster than its front feet, so it's kind of spraying out. And it looks like it's just doing the zoomies. And as soon as it looks at you, it flops over and rolls over and goes. And that's where we will take a break.
I want to touch its tummy. I know it's a bad idea, but we're going to try and be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go no place unless it's grab a food, grab a drink, grab a friend, grab a cat, and we'll see you guys shortly. All right, everybody. See you soon. We're back. Hello, everyone. We have returned. There is a cute kitty with a big old rubby tummy sitting right there in front of Bucky. Media, take us away. What else? What's on the agenda?
All right. So, a quick recap. As a recap of the mission up until this current point, according to the incident report at 1304, Mewtwo Country Roads had arrived at a gas station at the outside of the town of, already forgot because we went on a break.
Nobbin
Way. Thank you, the Youpers. At 1307, the vehicle then moved closer to a corner store just outside of the zoo, in which the party then made contact at 1309 with Nobbinway's dispatch. After receiving a situation report from Nobbinway Dispatch, the party then went to the apartment complex located at Craig. At 1313, the task force arrived at the apartment complex, in which they acquired gear and approached the building for the first time. At 1335, they had reported to dispatch that there was a civilian outside the building with a head injury, in which was stabilized, and the body was moved to a safe location for EMTs to arrive. Ambulances were sent out at 1341, upon which the task force Country Roads went inside the building. What follows is a report upon their encounter with the anomalous creature. So, Bucky, since you are the first person poking your head out, roll me a sanity check.
That I'm going to use 18 luck points to make it a success.
Okay.
You can't use luck points on sanity rolls.
What?
I believe that is correct.
Shit.
Yep.
Well,
Sorry.
that's
Teacher,
okay.
we
No.
have homework.
Thank you for pointing that out. I am unfamiliar with this system. Yeah, so that is a fail. I got an 88 out of 70.
Okay, then. So you're going to suffer 1 point of sanity damage and add 5 points to your Cthulhu Mythos skill.
Nice.
as you see this heckin' chonker of a like juvenile turning into an adult Philonis catus. I'm talking about cat, so now there is a cat demanding attention by my feet. Jealousy is such a cat thing. But you get a strange sensation in the pit of your stomach when you look at this thing that this is the anomaly that you are supposed to be looking for.
Hey guys, I don't want to alarm anyone, but the anomaly we're after is like super cute. It's like the most perfect cat I've ever seen. Can Bucky, I would like to use my animal handling skill, to possibly see if it'll let me rub its tummy.
Okay. Animal handling skill?
Yep, that's what that was part of my sidekick stuff. It's one of those like autofill skills.
Fill in the blanks?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Go for it.
Oh boy. You know what? I'll push it. That seems fun.
Push it.
This sounds like a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it does.
Risk. Harsh.
Still failed.
Ooh.
As Bucky just like gets his hand closer, just, hey little guy, who likes tortellini?
So even though, Bucky, you are like unsure of what you're doing is a positive thing, and there is a moment where the cat's ears fold backwards as you're doing the like approach from too high with your hand thing to them, and you're like, what the fuck? But after a quick second, they like rub up against your hand and like flop over that thing where it sends its ass up into the air for a second, and it just kind of like rolls on its back, getting pets from you.
You guys have never seen Bucky this happy before. You can't tell if it's the cat or him purring.
We're still behind you, on the stairs behind you, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Bucky like stopped in the door frame and like squatted down, and they now are like reaching towards something.
Like,
While Bucky is fucking around with this adorable kitten, Revna is going to be looking for the horrible monster that we're looking for.
Okay. So you then poke your head out of the doorway to look for this creature. And when you lay eyes on it, can you make me a sanity check?
I sure can.
Sure can.
Ah! Come here, you. Rolling. Trying to decide how important it is for me to succeed in the sanity roll.
And is it possibly beneficial to fail? This is technically the only way you can level up Cthulhu Mythos, besides just forcing yourself to go insane, is to experience traumatic things. It's
That
weird.
is also true. You know what? I'm gonna save it for a rainy day. Let's see how sanity work. How I fail.
Okay, so take 1 point of sanity damage and add 5 points to your Cthulhu Mythos, as you're like, whatever, Bucky, I'll look then. And you like look around, see the scratch marks, look down at this chonky little baby, and you are like, that's the cat we're looking for. That little cute little shit right there is the thing we're looking for.
She's just kind of like staring down at it, like waiting for the moment that Bucky gets turned into ribbons.
Well, you don't get any sensation of a threat from this thing. The most ribbon tearing that'll happen probably is they will touch the belly for too long and that cat will start to bunny kick it or something.
Mm-hmm.
from behind as Revna moves up, and I see Bucky, and probably here, right at this point.
Oh yeah, y'all can hear
Yes.
and a little cat rolling around making chortles.
I'm just like, Bucky, please tell me you're not petting the anomaly right now.
That means it's contained.
I look over to Klifton. And I just look over at you. I'm like, what do we do?
Yeah, so far I haven't seen it even, right? I'm still like on the stairs or
Yeah. Still in the stairwell. Like you see them both kind of like hunched. You see Revna and Bucky both kind of like doing that, hey there, little buddy, like hunch over, your hands on the knees, cover you little fella. But what they're gesturing at, you cannot see. Who was the person who finally stabilized the person with the head injury outside?
That was Revna.
Ooh.
Revna, can you roll me a luck check?
Oh boy. I'm supposed to be good at those.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to be. And I am 22, which is a success.
Okay. So it's been about like 6 or 7 minutes, maybe more, since you had stabilized that person. And it was mindless at the time, but you had looted the body of that strange green item in their hand, which ended up being a little like carved stone turtle, little green turtle. Just a little cute little token. And you put it in your pocket. We'll deal with whatever that is later. And you moved on. But as you two are like petting this little fuzzy thing, inside your head, you hear a voice in your native tongue say, I should have brought the mimetic metal.
Just go look around, try and find the source of the voice.
I think like Bucky also looks around. I feel like there would be like a moment of eye contact with Revna of like.
Did Bucky also hear that?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just inside Revna's head.
Gotcha.
Just frantically looking around.
And
Give me a spot hidden.
All right. Oh baby. That's a 1.
Ooh, critical.
Ooh.
Well, hang on. Is a 1 also a critical? Is there a range for critical success, or is it just 100?
Fucking good question.
I don't crit enough in this game. Crit success.
What?
Have you seen it yet? Or are you
Maggie has
still-
not. No, Maggie's
Okay,
still.
okay. So both of us haven't
back behind-
even seen it. Okay.
No.
Alright.
I was half expecting Bucky to just get mauled as soon as we opened the door, so
Yeah.
I kept a healthy like distance.
Yep, it is just it's just 100 that is a crit, but you are still extreme success, which is technically by default a crit as well.
Yeah.
But yes, you look around and confirm that whatever voice is communicating with you is not in the vicinity, but you do see an unmoving body in the hallway of a police officer with a huge gouge tear in their chest and one of their legs missing. There still is, like, your eyes can even see the small flickering of heat waves off of the body, indicating that it is still a fresh corpse.
Could she infer that that's what she heard, Revna heard when we got here?
Yeah, being mortared.
Judging from the freshness of the corpse, that squelching yelp of death likely had come from this body.
Now I got a question. This is a cute, adorable little kitten, and my brain confirms that so. There's a fresh kill over there that I've heard get killed, and I know that there are dangers here. Where is my ability to put 2 and 2 together?
Roll a Cthulhu Mythos.
Oh, there it is. Okay, interesting.
To
No.
understand the ununderstandable.
Super fail.
Super fail, like a crit fail or a regular bad fail?
I'm like, my Cthulhu Mythos is 5, and I rolled an 83, so I'm gonna assume
Alright.
like a super fail.
super regular bad fail.
Super regular bad fail. It's not a
so
critical fail unless it's
not a
over
crit fail.
95. Yeah,
96 to 100.
Got it.
So
Alright.
in your mind, though, you're like, all right, well, there is a threat. There is a monster, because that got monstered for sure. Either that or there was a very hungry human who was using a machete. Couldn't be this little baby boy. This little chunker here. Sorry, baby girl, there's no balls.
I think that like Revna like is literally like looking from the body to like the kitten, and then like back to the body again. And then there's like a moment where something talks inside her head and she looks very alarmed. And so she's just like looking very visibly confused.
So what's Maggie and Klifton doing in the stairwell as Revna is kind of like frantically looking around and Bucky is wrestling this fluffy little baby?
They have both confirmed that this is the thing we're looking for, right?
Yep. They
both
have confirmed
audibly
that
have
they found
told
an
us.
anomaly. Yep. They're like, we found it, didn't we? Yes, we did. Look at you go.
Like I like almost back up just to, like make sure I'm not close to the thing.
Mhm.
And I like whispered to Clifton, I'm just like, what the fuck do we do?
Yeah.
You do not have a sense of dread or threat at all.
But we need to somehow get it into the cage.
Yeah, which is all the way there. We didn't bring
Well,
anything to like drag it with. I mean, you have the noose, but
if it can break down a door, it can drag me around. Like
yeah,
a
exactly.
ragdoll.
We have to somehow get it to the cage. How do we move forward? Do we move backward?
And we haven't seen the body in the hall up the stairs yet, right?
No, but you do smell some sort of like it's hard to describe when it's a fresh corpse. You smell a combination of copper and fecal matter, and like hot meats in the sun. Like both of you have to like resist a mild retch as you're like, something smells dead. But it's not super intense.
I mean, should we run to that store and get some cat treats or catnip or something?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if we can drag Bucky away from it, he seems to be having a good time up here. Like, I don't want to split us up.
Right.
That was always like sure death in the IKEA.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe see if they can pick it up and just be nice to it and get it back to the vehicle, maybe?
Like, no insult to Revna, but this thing's gonna be heavy.
Okay.
Even if it's tiny, it has, I mean, you saw the marks. It's
Well,
gonna be heavy.
Is that some kind of astral projection of the real creature, or is it a transmogrifying situation where it becomes and then reverts? We don't know. That could be ghostly manifestation. I mean,
Okay.
oh, we haven't seen it. We just
Yes,
know
neither-
that
yeah.
they're down with something small.
They're playing with something that's meowing.
Okay.
They said they found the anomaly. Neither of them seem threatened. Neither of you have a sensation of danger.
I'll call up to Revna and I'll say, or I won't even call up. We have the headset. I'll speak into the headset and be like, "Hey, Revna,
Oh,
how
there's
big
another
is
voice
this
in my
thing?"
head. Sorry, no, go ahead.
A ghost.
That's her
Another
first
one.
instinct, and then she remembers, like, oh, duh, fucking shit, I have a headset.
You already have another voice in there, so what's one
I
more?
mean, what's another one?
Yeah, you know what? Like, at this point, just get used to it.
How big is this thing? Can we like bring it back to the cage? Like,
Oh, it is very small, but comparatively, not bear, more cub. It is, how is it said? A heckin' junker.
I'm curious to see what sitcom you learned that one from. Do you think we can lure it back to the cage?
Perhaps if we had some sort of incentive.
I mean, Klifton, he suggested we go to the corner store and see if we can pick something up.
Not a bad idea. Some
But I don't want to split the group.
food is best, but perhaps some sort of entertainment.
We have the news.
Perhaps.
I mean, cats like things that dangle off of sticks, right?
Mhm.
Just dangle it in front of them.
You could make it look more appealing for a feline. I know they like feathers. You like feathers, don't you?
Best I can do is some steel bars. Feathers weren't in my kit.
Well, we have this distracted for now.
So as Revna says, for now, Bucky, can you make a dexterity check?
Woohoo!
Yeah, sure can. Well, I say I sure can, but the dice.
We'll find out.
Yeah, well, may prove otherwise. That's a 2 in total, which means that it's an incredible success.
Nice. So with cat owner reflexes, you can tell you've reached the limit with Belly, and the cat goes to like close its hands around your arm, and you go to yank it back. But even though you're 100% sure your hand was out of the range of those little peats as it closed, scratch marks, large scratch marks appear on your arm, and you're going to receive 1 point of damage as an unseen claw rends through you. You manage to pull back fast enough not to lose the arm, but you're still scratched.
What? And like he'll like just like look at it, and then like look at Revna. Just like shows hand that is now just like just like kind of free bleeding. Like it didn't touch me though.
What is my understanding of this situation?
Yeah.
So you can give me a Cthulhu Mythos check for a very accurate answer, or you can give me a, is there an alternative I can think of? Natural World check.
Natural world seems more... I don't need details here. I need survivable information. Nope. That's a fail.
It's a fail. No clue, but as you're trying to figure this out, Bucky, make another dexterity check as this thing goes to wrap its body around your leg and starts to bunny kick at you.
That is a 23, so half success.
All right, so I'm gonna say you push yourself even further beyond plus ultra. the assumed distance based on what just happened, and you jump back into the stairwell. And Maggie and Klifton, you see Bucky jump like a good couple of feet backwards, and as they do, you see that they are bleeding now. As this little kitten gets up and does like wiggle butt, it is like wanting to hunt you now. And I need, well, we don't do initiative checks, we measure differently. I'm going to put us into combat mode.
Oh no.
So that we have turns. All right.
Where are our concern levels?
Concern for the injury on their arm for sure. You're like, oh shit, that is an injury. I need to heal it. You know, like that blows. Anytime you think about the cat and how threatening it may or may not be, the only answers you give yourself are, that's a cute little baby. It's a little fuzzy fluffernutter. It couldn't be like a fucking monster or something. It's so cute. Combat flow chart. Pulp Cthulhu. All right, so we start with measuring our, I believe it's Dex. God, it's been a second. So what's everyone's Dex scores?
My Dex score is 85.
Okay, 85.
30.
Okay, Maggie is 30.
Also 30.
30. Okay, I forgot. Yep, you two go together. And then
45.
Klifton. 45. How fast is this kitty cat?
127.
Downloads. Gotta pull up my bestiary for Cthulhu creatures, because there is already a stat block for this little fella. Thanks, Chaosium Inc., for assuming large cats would be involved in stuff. All right, let's see here. What is the speed of this fella? This fluffer nutter. This little heckin' chonker. Index B. Cat. 8. There you are. Okay, what's your speed? Your dex is 95. Oof. So this thing is going first. Yep. All right. Operation Containment starts now as this little kitten, just a little buddy, and still, it's just play wrestling, right? This is, I mean, it's okay, buddy. Your claws are a little sharp, but it's not a huge threat to you for some reason. As it jiggles his butt and goes to pounce on you. And I need dice. So roll D100 for me, the internet. And go. Okay, and what is your hit? Its attack is a 60. Cool. All right. So the creature swipes at you, Bucky, and even though its paw is like it doesn't actually like move forward, it does like a kitty swipe. You feel the wind sweep right next to you, as if the claw is much closer and much larger. As it tries to bap at you, its playtime has turned into hunting mode. You are now a mouse to it. And so that was the kitty and Bucky.
Bucky, like, he, like, feels this happen, sees the cat, and, like, its eyes are, like, doing that, like, no longer slits, but just, like, like, he understands that this is no longer, like, fun playtime with cat, I would think, especially, like, with his hand bleeding.
Yeah, all your perceptions will remain that it is a non-dangerous cat. It's a kitten, but you can at least be aware that this fucker's trying to go rabbit on you.
Yeah, I think that Bucky's first instinct is to get behind the rest of the party. So he's gonna like double back down the stairwell behind Klifton and Maggie if he can. And as he comes down, he's just like he'll give them the lowdown. Just like, it looks like it really wants to play right now. Heads up, I think that when it like slashes, like it's like, I don't know, maybe like there's something going on with its brain, but like it's able to like slash farther and stronger than it really should be. So watch out. Like he'll like get it, like he'll like, he doesn't have any like reflex tape or anything. He's gonna because his hand's bleeding.
Already the concerns of we should have brought a first aid kit kicks in.
Yeah. And so I think Bucky is gonna like, it's just like, try, like he thinks about the like, oh, if I just tear my shirt sleeve off, I can wrap it around my hand. And so he's just there like tugging at his shirt, but like it's too stretchy. He's not able to do it. But yeah, he warns Maggie and Klifton that the cute little guy up there is much stronger than they would think.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do? Any sort of like knowledge thing or fancy maneuver?
As far as knowledge, try and animal handling, like think about what they could possibly do to create like what how do we tire this cat out, or how best we would be able to like take it by surprise to catch it. Like trying to think if like they got behind, like is it rely on the cat's sight, like if they put it in a bag, is it gonna be fine, or like if it's facing away from them, will they be fine, kind of thing. Like he doesn't know.
All right, give me that animal handling.
That is a fail.
It's a fail. Nope, angry kitty. Bit too distracted by the cat deciding to be in Zoomies mode all of a sudden to formulate a good plan.
Yeah, and I think Bucky just like calls up the staircase like, I thought we were friends.
At the bottom of the stairs next to Bucky is Klifton. Bucky is bleeding. Something about it getting into feisty mode.
It's really spicy right now.
And we saw him flee back from it, but we still have not seen it. I guess I'm gonna try to get him out of here.
Get Bucky out?
Yeah, I'm gonna like basically run with Bucky towards the vehicle and the cage.
Do you consent to fleeing Bucky?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so Klifton throws your not fucked up arm over your shoulder, and you both kind of scuttle your way out into the parking lot, and you're at the vehicle now. What are we doing out here?
I'm gonna try to get the so is it the hatchback Humvee?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna open that and open the cage door. And
Okay.
I'm gonna try to like keep Bucky in front of
Throw
the
Bucky
door.
into the cage. All right,
No.
the bait is set.
Keep him in front of the door and like maybe try to pull him out of the way if the cat tries to pounce at him.
Okay. All right, so Scooby-Doo trap set. And now it is Maggie and Revna. You can choose who goes first.
I'm gonna call up to Revna, if you're okay with me going first. I'm gonna see, Bucky kind of just honestly yabber a little bit at us about this cat, because I'm a little bit more concerned about the fact that he's bleeding now. And then I see Klifton run out, with Bucky, and I'm just gonna be annoyed with the situation. I don't know if I can be annoyed with the cat, but I'm definitely annoyed at the situation. I'm like, son of a bitch, we're right here. Like, we couldn't just get the damn cat.
Man, you do have the net shotgun still.
True, but I don't like splitting the party, and
Party
so
split, yo.
I'm gonna yell up to Revna. Well, I mean, it's all one turn, right? I'm gonna yell up to Revna and be like, son of a bitch. Klifton just took Bucky. Probably gonna try and treat him for his damn injury. Let's go, because of last time Klifton touched a person to help them, they almost killed a guy. So let's just make sure we're all okay. We'll regroup and then we'll come back and deal with this situation.
As the cat is like reeled back and hunched up in fight mode.
I'm just like, stay right there, you motherfucker. I'm like, and I'm like, come on, and I'm gonna head and down and make sure that Revna is following me. But if I can, I will get all the way to the rendezvous point.
All right. So simultaneously, Revna, you are the only one up by this kitty now, and yeah, they're. And it seems though, as since it's all happening semi-simultaneously, it seems like Bucky is already the assigned target in this cat's game. So, like, since they have moved and fled, now it is a sudden moving object of toy fun time. So they look like they're going to bolt down the stairs after Bucky.
Yep. Well, Kitty is being naughty now. So Revna, like, while
equip
Maggie...
the spray bottle.
While Maggie is shouting at Revna, Revna has just got her attention on the cat, and she's like, "Hey!" Like hissing at it and like trying to get its attention, like snapping, like, "Hey, look at me."
Okay. Since you do not have animal handling, you can go ahead and try and intimidate.
Okay. So you can do that.
It will be with a penalty die.
Uh-oh. I have the worst intimidate, honestly.
I'd assume so. Revna's pretty
actually
intimidating.
Exactly the same as my brawl. Alright. Ooh, one of those is a 90. Unfortunate. Let's see how much would it take for me to bring that down to a... Is it worth it to me? Is it worth it, or should I try and...
You can try and push, but you will also still have the penalty die in the second roll as well.
That's true. I'm also debating whether or not I should spend some... Let me just do some quick math to know how much that would cost me. That's too much. I'm gonna take the L on this one.
All right, so yep, it seems to be completely unaffected. The most it does is like its ear flickers a little bit when you make the psst sound, but the cat is not putting up with your shit.
It's a very naughty cat. Yep. Revna's essentially just going to use her turn to try and get it to behave.
All right. Is there any action or maneuver you'd like to do as well?
If I'm allowed to maneuver.
It is one of the things.
She would try and scruff it.
All right. This, we'll say we're going to make... Go ahead and make a brawl check to try and fucking grab the back of this kitty's throat.
That's a maneuver.
Scrunch up its little furs.
Ah! Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Oh, it's just one off from an extreme success. It's a half success.
Nice. So you go to reach down onto the ground to grab this kitty on the scruff and meet an unseen force earlier than anticipated. You still feel and grab onto fur, but you seem to be grabbing onto a strange barrier of fur around the cat, or some sort of larger head than you're really seeing. It seems pretty difficult to scruff with one hand as you, with your hand, grab and you can't actually feel the sides of the neck. Mm-hmm. But your hand is like floating in the air a couple of inches above the cat. And as you like push down, it does that thing where like the cat's whole body starts to like sink even lower to refuse your contact.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay. She's going to try and push it onto the floor and keep it there.
Okay. All right. So that is Revna and Maggie. So the kitty goes next. And the kitty is going to try and squirm itself free and bolt after Bucky down the stairs. So can you make me a strength check? Revna.
Absolutely, boss.
It will be with a penalty because, as your strange hand gesture has indicated, this cat might actually be bigger than you are seeing.
Mm-hmm. 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 Not awful. 58?
Is that a success for you?
It is.
It is a success for
On a
you.
strength, hell yeah, it's a success.
All right. So make me a ride check. So you definitely keep your hand on this thing as it starts to bolt at the stairs.
Well, it's a fail on a ride.
All right, it's a fail on the ride, so the ride is not fun for you, as this strange ghost, like this, the cat's stand above it, you know, as you hover and it moves, you keep your like grip clenched, and it pulls you like a dog on a leash after something exciting, and you and the cat seem to make contact with the door, slamming into it, but the cat itself didn't look like it touched it. But you see the cat react as if it had been hit. You're going to take a point of damage as you're slammed into the wall as it zooms down, and this fucker is fast.
I am wearing armor. Does that...
All right. So you reduce based on your armor level.
Which it's Kevlar, which would reduce it by 8? That seems to be the implication here from this tag.
Yeah, let me look. Yeah, let me look at our little photo. Yeah, Kevlar. Yep, 8 points. So it would have to do 9 points or more to do damage to you. A critical hit on it will destroy the armor. But yeah,
Hell
so
yeah.
you feel the as you hit the wall, but nothing bad.
Incredible.
This fucker is zooming though. It is faster than a human. It is faster than a house cat, and it is coming. Maggie, you were waiting. You're like running, but also kind of like trying to usher Revna on. So you were the closer person as it goes to charge through, and you see Revna floating in the air, holding on to some invisible force as they both and start like running down the hallway on the first floor. Would you like to dodge, or to try and stop or grab this thing?
You know what? You know what? Let's see. How strong are you?
If I remember, you're pretty strong.
So basically, dodge is a skill check that you can make, or you're gonna make a strength check to try and fucking grab hold of the chaos.
Also, point of order. Seeing it for the first time, sanity.
Oh yes,
Oh,
make
true,
a sanity
yeah.
check, because this ghostly cat strangeness is your first time.
Sure is.
Good call.
I was trying to remember it, but then I became overly concerned with the situation.
Overwhelmed with Revna flying.
This is fine.
This is a new dice. I don't know if this is a 10 or a 0.
I mean, it's the only way to get better at
To
chaos.
0.
It's true.
Cthulhu mythos,
Succumbing
so-
to sanity damage is the only way to level up.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 1. So
You succeed
I succeeded.
fantastically at your sanity check. And as you see this cat, you notice things. You don't see things, but you notice that as the cat's running, the sounds it's making, it's much heavier and larger than that tiny little chonker is giving you the thought of. The way like debris is moving around it seems to indicate that it's much larger than it sees. And the fact that Revna is flying also helps confirm that, even though this thing looks and your heart is telling you that's just the cutest little, do you want to grab its cheeks kitty, it also might be a lot bigger. And you're also going to gain 1 point in Cthulhu Mythos as you gain a little bit of knowledge. It does not overwhelm you. Oh, it is your first encounter still, so it is by default 5. Sorry. So
Okay.
5 points of Cthulhu Mythos. You do not take any sanity damage, and you do start to gain some understanding of what is happening.
it's like it was kind of like the mumbo jumbo Klifton was saying before. It's starting to make a little bit more sense because he was talking about magic, and I'm just like, I don't know, just you're speaking nonsense, old man. But now, like seeing this moment, as like it starts going by in slow motion in her head, it's starting to make sense. And as it doing so, she's moving to try and copy Revna and help her while, because I'm imagining Revna's just like flopping as this thing is running, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta help my friend out.
All right,
And
so
I'm gonna
strength
try and-
check.
Yeah. All right.
Revna's just swearing in Drengard.
You can also substitute with a brawl if your skill is higher.
Oh.
Are you much of a brawler? It's under
I do.
F for fighting.
Oh. Coincidentally, same thing.
All right, your
Both the
choice.
same number.
If you succeed at a brawl, you'll get to level it up. So, I suppose that is the better
you're
option.
so right. Absolutely, we're gonna go with the brawl. All right, let me roll these motherfuckers. Yeah, I have the 10th die. Yes, 48. Pass.
All right, mark that shit as you grab onto this thing too, and you are kind of yanked down the hallway with your combined strengths. You seem to be slowing it down and pinning it as it's like still moving forward and dragging y'all along with it, but it has lost its momentum, which has given Bucky and Klifton enough time. Klifton, you finally see this for the first time as they start to get to the doorway. You see Maggie and Revna floating in the air, both grabbing onto something while they're trying to stop this cat, like a couple of feet below them, zooming towards you. The cat's reacting as if their hands are on its neck, but so give me a sanity check. Roll with a bonus die.
All right. Woo! That bonus die needs to be retired. That's the second time it's rolled 9. But my normal dice, 22, which is... Oh, sanity doesn't have a... What's the 16 number for?
That would be your current, maybe? You have starting current and your insanity threshold.
Okay. All right. Well, it's pass fail. I way passed.
You way passed. So, Klifton,
like 60 points.
as you kind of squint for a second, you get a strange sensation in your eyes, in the signals being sent to your eyes, that reminds you of the first time you found a way out of SCP-3008 and found a different place full of doors.
Yeah.
And you realize that reality is being simulated in some way. And for just a millisecond, just a quick second, like an illusion on a hot desert horizon, you see a fully grown Bengal tiger being ridden by your friends, and this thing looks fucking gnarly. But then, like, as soon as like that millisecond passes, it's still the tiny kitten again.
All right. And then do I get Cthulhu points?
Yep.
Or...
First time seeing Kitty, you're gonna get 5 points of Cthulhu Mythos.
And that's not a cult. That's something else.
It's under C for Cthulhu Mythos.
And just 5.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so that was Kitty. They are like in the door frame, and then it cycles over to Bucky. Bucky, you're bleeding. You're standing by the cage. You look over towards the door. There's little Scrappy again, and it looks like your friends are flying now.
And I can tell that it's coming towards me.
Oh yeah, like you look and you're making direct eye contact with it, and it's got the big old "I'ma get you" eyes. Like it's already finished its Jigglebutt trajectory, so it's already launched.
Oh yeah, no, there's no stopping this cat now. So I think what Bucky is gonna do is that he's gonna stand in front of the opening to the car that we have with like the cage open, and he's basically just gonna like okay, and like he's gonna wait for that last moment when it goes to like pounce on him to dodge out of the way and hope that it just like launches itself into the cage, and then we can close it.
All right, cool. So Bucky is prepped and ready. Klifton, what are you doing?
It's still in motion. They haven't stopped it.
Nope.
Right?
Not at all.
No, it's slowed down. It looks like it looks like someone who's like trying to like either put a leash on a cat or give it like its medicine, like it's pinned, but it very much looks like it's gonna win the fight, so it's still moving.
Yeah. I will prep to slam the door closed and lock it.
Okay, so
like,
Bucky
ready action. If Bucky doesn't get mauled or dead, then slam the
I mean,
cat.
just close the door anyways. Let's be real
Okay.
here.
So the 1-2 step is ready. Bucky is little gremlin pose, ready to go. Klifton's got the hand on the thing, and it is Maggie Revna riding on this cat as it is still making its way towards the door.
I would like to try, if Revna also agrees with this, to like seeing Klifton like open the door and get ready to try and like lean our bodies or our body weight to try and steer it towards the cage.
All right. To like assist in the like getting it into the cage.
Yeah.
Okay. If I feel like Revna and Maggie are kind of on the same page here. Like they just sort of like look at each other and then nod and then like stand at the ready.
Mm-hmm. Let me double check
Hang on
if there's
at the ready.
a better option. Otherwise, okay. So the two of you make a ride check.
God.
Give yourself bonus dice because you are coordinating with each other.
Oh, okay. That's a 10s die, right?
Ride me.
Ride me.
Ooh. 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 I rolled a 1.
Ooh, crit.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. I did not roll a
Oh, sorry. Nope, that is zeros. 1 still is an extreme, which is, again, still a mechanical crit.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's annoying that there is extreme success and critical success.
I'm gonna spend 24 luck to bring this down to a success
Okay.
because it's worth it for me.
All right. So with Revna's success and Maggie's extreme success, you actually both manage to plant your feet back on the ground, and you can feel that you have successfully pushed the head all the way down to touch concrete. And you kind of both just strong arm turn the thing. It already was on trajectory, but now like you both have hands on it as you kind of like power running alongside of it. Like if it decides to change trajectory at any point, you'll easily be able to yank it back. So Kitty, with the assistance, the guided missile assistance of your teammates, this thing is zooming, now much slower, and it's trying to pounce on Bucky. It is going to do so with a penalty die because there are 2 humans restraining it, and it is going to try and jump on Bucky. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
So memorizing all my mechanics and rolls and stuff. All right, so you both have readied actions. So before I finish the results, Bucky, make a dexterity check, same as Klifton, as you are both simultaneously performing your actions to jump out of the way and slam the door.
Quick. Okay, so there are certain things we can't use luck for, right? Is this one of the things we can't use
This is
luck
one of the
for?
things you can spend luck
Okay,
for.
cool.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm going to use 10 luck points to turn this into a success.
Okay. And what did you get, Clifton?
I got under my half.
You got a half success. Okay. So, Lion. Okay, so we are going to roll a d6 plus. Okay. So, in sequence of events, both Maggie and Revna let go as the creature goes to pounce straight towards Bucky and the cage. Bucky dives to get out of the way as the creature moves, and you see again the paw very clearly misses, but 4 large cuts doing 8 total damage slash through Bucky's back. What is your health at?
12.
It's at 12? Or
That is
its
correct.
max is 12? Okay. So what is your max then?
21.
21. Nice. All right, so you take a massive gouge in your back. but as soon as that cat strikes, it slams into the back end of the cage, and Klifton throws this thing shut and hits the lock. And although the cat, again, like freaking out and doing like donuts and stuff in the middle of the thing, is not touching any of the cage, but it's constantly rocking and getting bapped like something is slamming up against it. But you do successfully capture in this cage this cute little muffin kitty. Kitty captured.
Clifton's just like,
And Bucky is heavily bleeding with scratch marks on their back.
Does it look bad? Is it okay? Am I okay?
Can I do a listen to see if I could hear like an ambulance or people tending to that not dead guy?
Timeline
they're
wise,
here
you
yet?
can confirm at least you don't see anyone, but go ahead and roll a listen.
Yeah, that's not a pass. That's
You are already like oversensitized. You do not
Yeah.
hear anything in the distance.
okay.
So for now, at least, the cat seems to be contained.
Revna's busy baby talking the cat. She's like, Schlempus.
Revna, make another sanity check.
If you want to.
I do.
Oh! Oh! Well, it's not exactly there, but I need to spend a whole lot less to get myself there. I'm gonna spend 5 luck points to bring it down to a success.
I thought you couldn't use it on.
But I have a feat.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
they-
Because I'm
That's
a
where I
wizard.
got confused earlier.
Yeah.
Got
I
it.
know.
So yeah,
Do
for
as
the
I
party's
say, not
knowledge,
as I
the only
do.
one in the party who can do this is Revna, because they have a feat called Resilient, which makes them stronger even though they have bad sanity score.
Probably the only reason she's alive.
So you said you turned that into a success?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So although it is startling to hear again a voice, and it doesn't sound the same as your headset, it sounds more like your own thoughts, but in a different voice.
Mm-hmm.
This time say, I probably should have made that guy wake up. He definitely has brain damage now.
Can I make an idea roll or something to indicate where this is coming from?
Yes.
Because Wings' brain would say this cat can talk, but Revna's smarter than Wings, so let's see how
Alright.
this goes.
Revna brain, go.
Revna brain, attack! Yes, this is a half success.
A half success. So then not only can you confirm that this voice is not coming from the kitty, you also recognize that no one else is reacting to this voice. And there is one variable between all of you, and that is you're the only one who has looted a corpse so far of an item.
Right. So she's like, Schlempus, Schlem. She like there's a moment where like you can see like some serious like calculations happening in her head, and then she reaches into her pocket and just sort of wraps her fingers around that like turtle totem.
Okay. Go ahead and add 5 more points to Cthulhu Mythos, since this is technically your second encounter because you already had your first one, but you are now encountering something besides the kitty in your pocket.
Oh, I'm becoming smarter.
It seems to be confirming mistakes you have made in some way.
Oh, that's healthy.
All right, so what next? We have the cat in a cage. There are voices in some of our heads. There are no sounds of ambulances yet.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as like I'm heaving, breathing at like after trying to hold this powerhouse of a cat. I'm gonna say, okay, just so we don't have to do that again, let's make sure to not open this cage until we get back to the site. Okay, this thing's not light, and he has a mind of his own.
Sorry, with my sanity check, am I able to determine that it is not little kitty?
That sanity check was not for the key. It was for
Oh.
the turtle token.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's fine.
she'll tut at the cat a little bit, and then she'll turn around and say, "I need to go and check on that civilian."
You mean Bucky?
She's gonna like glance at Bucky and then like, kind of for the first time, realize how badly hurt he is. What
There's
are
like, you
made-
can see multiple layers of the dermal stack.
Yeah, like, what are you made of? Paper? Just like lift his arms out so that she can examine like fully what's going on, like the extent of the damage. Just like utterly appalled. Like, how?
Yeah, Klifton will be like, "Don't worry, Bucky. Just breathe, buddy. Just breathe." And he's waving his medallion in front of Bucky's eyes.
Klifton!
All right, go for that hypnotism.
Klifton!
There it is. Okay. Oh, damn it. All right. I missed by more than I want to spend and luck. Well, maybe.
You can always
someone-
push with the consequence.
Yeah, someone do some math. 67 minus 51.
16.
That's not-
Negative 16, but... or
Yeah, that's
negative.
not too bad, right?
I mean,
Depends.
best case scenario, you recover 1d10 plus 5 luck. So
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
true.
All right, sure. That sounds great. Yeah, I'll just spend the luck. And it was what,
Alright.
16?
So, Bucky, although the injury itself, like, still fucking hurts, you are suddenly lulled into a sense of calm, and you now feel certain that you're gonna be okay. It sucks, but you're gonna be all right.
Clifton.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, remember when we first got here, there's that guy, and he was looking pretty rough, and then you called the people, and they said that they weren't going to send anybody until we contained the thing. I think we've contained the thing, so you should call them, and then that way they can help me, and probably that guy as well.
While he's saying that, I'd like to do some first aid on him.
On Bucky?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has some sick tiger claw marks on his back now, though.
Oh my god. Oh, I hope it scars. That'd be so fucking cool.
How is it not gonna scar? A fucking tiger slashed him! No, it's just gonna heal fine, Danae!
I'm gonna push this roll.
Nice.
I got over 90. I'm not vibing with that. It's a success.
Nice. All right. So no bad consequences. The bleeding, at least, is managed. You're definitely going to need
Also, I just
First
realized
aid.
it. Sorry. Also, I just realized it's a 69.
nice.
Nice.
Sorry. Continue.
But yes,
Happy Pride,
you don't heal
everyone.
anything. The wound is still open and like fucked, but at least Revna is like slowing the bleeding by like packing some clothes on it.
No, she'll just rip his shirt off and like rip it into strips.
Yeah, your shirt is now off, and the remaining shreds of your shirt is turned into a gauze pad as they
She
shove it
doesn't-
into your.
She doesn't take it off over his head. She just like reaches into his shirt and just rips it off of him.
Not that hard when there are fucking tiger marks on the back.
It's true.
Yep.
It's mostly just like the shirt collar now. Like that's it.
Yep.
PCW ripped. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Hey.
on the phone calling the dispatch.
Okay. And they confirmed to you that they did send the call into the ambulance. And since you confirmed that it is clear or that the anomaly is secure, almost instantly, as if they were just like sitting around a corner, you hear like, "Wah!" and the ambulance just burns around the corner. And some EMTs come out. And you know, like they run up and they got their medical equipment. And they're like, "What seems to be the problem? What's going on?"
The man by the mailboxes has got a head wound, and then this young man, the big claw marks. Look, raked lacerations.
Okay, all right, please. Since are you able to move, Your name? They gesture towards Bucky.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I'm over the hump.
Okay, if you could please move yourself to the ambulance. We're going to go check on that person first, and we will be right with you, all right?
Yeah, no, that's fine. Do you have any of those, like, silvery blankets?
Yeah, sure. We'll get you one of those, too. Give us just a quick second, and we will get right to you. And the EMTs first run over to the unconscious body to quickly make sure that they are not, like, dead or anything.
Well, Kirkland, thank you for the sub.
And they put the unconscious body on a stretcher and bring it into the ambulance. And over like the course of an hour, Bucky gets stitches put in, and they're wrapped up, and they're told not to put in a lot of extraneous movement. Recover 3 hit points right now. And you at least have the wounds covered. And as the anomaly is contained, before we continue to do any further investigations or research, that is where we can end this week's session.
Hell yeah! Woo! I got attacked by a tiger! I've never felt more alive in my whole life! Media, thank you so much for running this incredible game. Before we even ask where we can find you, what do? GB, something happens when you're on the show and people get subs. You want to showcase?
Yeah. I'm on the show. And we get follows or subs. I take this maul and I hit that guy in the face.
Yes!
Yeah.
Satisfying bong. And with that, Media, where can we find you? What do?
Hello, everybody. I am Mediaflare. I am a voice actor and streamer. You can find me on Twitter or Twitch at Mediaflare. I also have Facebook and TikTok, but I neglect the heck out of those. I will work on one of those. You can also hear me as the character Russell Gainsley, a freelance journalist for HubNet, a machinima for Star Citizen. I also have another voice project coming up for a fan translation of a game. I will announce that soon enough. And my DMs are always open for more table invites. You also can find me here not only today, but also on Sunday when I play another game with these fantastic faces. And that is me, DanaeKeener.com.
And PB, where can we find you?
Hi, you can find me at PB Plays Inside, pretty much anywhere. All social media, it's that. And you can find me streaming tomorrow on my Twitch channel at PB Plays Inside, playing some Wrath with a Friend at around 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Aside from that, you can find me also over on twitch.tv/Practithem4Sophoria. One day I'll get it. It's, and once you pass like the 4th syllable, you really lose me on some words. You can find me there every other Saturday, playing some Mechton, a very fun game in which things are getting spicy, and we're on our penultimate episode next week. This week, you can find our opposite team playing in the same exact universe, except we just found out that we just got conned by one of the brothers of one of our pilots, and said brother is real upsetty spaghetti about it and going to confront them as soon as that happens. So hang around, because that's going to be a spicy episode tomorrow or Saturday on Practice Euphoria at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. But that is me.
And if you've made it this far, you probably already know who I am. But if you don't, hey, Acorns, what's up? It's me, your buddy, your pal, your friend, the Indoor Adventurer, the showrunner here at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. We do shows like this on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if you like watching me build model kits, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow at noon as well. So come and check that out. But we have an after show. It's great. I'll talk more about that after Danae goes. But in the meantime, DanaeKeener.com.
Speaking of DanaeKeener.com, hi everybody, I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I've shot myself in the foot because I put Simon before me in the layout.
And you skipped GB.
And we skipped GB!
It's the second week that you've skipped GB.
You can find me at DanaeKeener.com, also at Danae Keener. I've got a pinned tweet there with my schedule, so you can go there and see all the things that I'm up to. Go GB!
And I was muted. No, Greybeard's Tavern. You can find me on the socials at Greybeard's Tavern. No S, sorry, Greybeard Tavern. And let's see, what do I got coming up? Sunday. I play Wilder Myth on my Twitch channel, and that's at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play with toys. I mean, you know, if you want axes, you want swords, you want to do people in with a shovel, it's in Wilder Myth. You can come and join us. We'll try to make you a character as soon as we can and get you killed. And then you can find me every other week over on Lantern Noir's channel. We do happy hour at the Old Timer Tavern. You can find that on podcast and YouTube for Lantern Noir, and it's the two of us. We've got over 80 years of gaming experience, and you can ask us questions, and we have topics we talk about, mostly D&D, sometimes Star Wars or whatever. That's it for me, GB.
All right, and that is it for our show. So I'd like to say once again, thank you to everybody who decided to stop on by. Thank you to these players for putting up with our bullshit once again this week. And we will see all of you guys next time. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.